In this video, I'm just going to show you my process of the first time ever trying to spray paint like badges, etc., and like the grille, the vents, like the side vents. You still get to see like how you like get a rough idea on how to take the grille out. The badges are quite simple. You just got to tape around it, and then mine got really easy actually because where it's wrapped, I just literally just picked it off and just used a little like plastic bit and just like do that and then make it come off slowly. Don't do it too hard because it will break. Again, I've spray painted them gold and black. I've now decided to change my mind about it. It looks good, but I like to have the gold like proper shiny and just looks fantastic. That's what I want. I'm not a professional, and there's some bits on there that doesn't look quite right. I'm very OCD, like I like things to be perfect. And the grill, I couldn't get the grill right. It just kept coming up with all these like lumps and bumps and then like fingerprint marks. I think it's where I was touching it afterwards and then I was trying to wipe it and then it sort of like makes the paint go really weird and then it's all like bumpy, and then when you spray like the lac on it and then it goes all weird, and then I had to spray loads of black on it, like the paint, and then I kept spraying it. I've done about 20 coats of paint because I just couldn't get the fucker right. And I didn't want to keep on sanding it and then ruining it. And I was like, I'll put on too much coat now. It's just literally the 20 coats of paint it's just ruined it. It's so thick, it was like all bumpy, some bits were just going really weird. I don't know what happened basically. So I've decided to do the 3M print as well. For the badges I couldn't do that. I was trying to cut around it and the 3M tape kept moving. I was scratching the paint off. So I'm getting a professional to do the 3M like tape and cut around it, and then I was gonna spray them again because he said that you will take the paint off. And then I saw a guy today and he said that he can sort out the grill. So now I'm thinking if he can do that and then professionally do like the gold bits, but a gold that I want, and they use like a proper gun, he said to use the spray, it just goes really weird. You have to excuse me, I've got a chest infection, so I've got heavy breathing today. It doesn't help with doing all the spraying in the shed. I had a mask on, but I could still smell it and it was going into my lungs, and I was like, oh, perhaps that's why I've got a chest infection, I'm not sure. But it didn't help. But basically, I'm just going to get it professionally done because I've had enough. I know I've wasted probably like 150 or 160 pounds, nearly 200 pounds in total for like the bits that I needed to get it to where I want it. So I've wasted a bit of money on the paint. So and now I've got to spend 150 pounds for him to spray paint just to grill, and then he said he could do like the badges and everything for like 150. So it's going to cost me nearly like 500 pounds to get this done, but it looks so good. So I'm just going to get it professionally done. So you won't see the end results in this video because it's going to be like a week or so to get it all done. And then I'll show you maybe in like another video. But I just thought you can see my process and learning curve basically of doing it. So I was just thinking like, I just wanted to show you how to take the grill off because that's like the most important thing, like how to get that grill off, how to get like the emblem off, how to take the badges off, etc. So like I said, you won't see the end results, but you'll get an idea of how to do it yourself if you want to do it yourself, and hopefully you enjoy this video. Just quickly, make sure that you wear gloves, otherwise you'll be walking around with it looks like nail polish. So this is the mods I'm going to be doing. So I thought gold would be better because it's a yellow car. I didn't just want to go for black, like a lot of people do yellow and black. I know that it has got black bits on it, but I just wanted to do like the badge is gold so it like really pops. Now that's amazing. Obviously look better once take that off, and then obviously going to do that for like the grill. So hopefully it's not too complicated, and hopefully you can do it without removing the bumper. Obviously this car needs a clean. Filthy, look at that. So yeah, also I'm going to clean it first and then we're going to take this off. It's already starting to actually come off, I don't know if you can see that. It's already starting to like peel about here. Yeah, there it is. I can take that off, so we'll just mark it with like some tape so we can get it like level, because I don't want it to obviously be like down like that. So we'll take that off. Obviously, I need to clean it first though before doing it, and then I'll probably leave it for a while and then clean it again. Because there's no point me putting it on then cleaning it, because I don't want like it to like come off again, because you want it to like stick, be on there for a little while. These ones I'll do eventually, and then obviously one of my badges have come off here. It's how dirty it is, but it came off there, so I'm going to replace them for gold ones as well, because it came off when I was giving it a wash. See, this is the one that I'm missing. I want to try and get a gold one of these, but I can't find them. I can find black ones, but not gold, so I've got to try and find it. And then obviously, that's going to be a nightmare. I've got to try and take this off. You can do it without taking the bumper off, but you've got to like drill through it, and then you've got to like try and get it off, but put tape around here, because a lot of people, they use like a screwdriver or a knife or whatever, and then they end up scratching it down there. So, yeah. Oh, all the bugs everywhere, look. Jesus. And then I've got to do this one. You don't need to take off the bumper. People think you do. You just unscrew these bits here. I'm not sure what they are. I have to have a look. Maybe some Torx T25 maybe, I don't know. And then you take this off and then you can get that out. And then I'm going to change this one for the gold one. So hopefully it's not going to be too bad. I think this one will be fine. This one's going to be a bit of a bitch to do, but we'll try. I want to have this on properly. I don't like it just being stuck on, so I'm going to drill through it and then put it on how you're meant to put it on with like the screws, and we'll do it that way. Okay, it's not a T25, it's a T20 is the one that you need. So now I've got to get another tool and try and take this bad boy off. These ones obviously are larger, so I'm not sure what they are. So I might try and take this off to see if I can get to that. I'm not sure if you can, but we'll try. There you go. This is a tool that I'm going to be using. Should hopefully work. We'll see. I know it's a bit long, so it's going to be a bit tight, but I'll try and make it work. So that's all them done. So I thought that there was meant to be two of these, because it looks odd it being one that side and not that side, because there's like a gap down there. But then there's not one of these bits here. And then I saw on the internet, on a lot of them saying where the screws are, they pull back like the seal. So I thought there was meant to be a seal that goes across all of this bit, but mine hasn't got it, so I'm not sure if that's meant to be there or not. But the annoying thing is, so I've done the screws, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There is one more there, it's stuck, that's 13, and I think there might be one behind this. I think there's 14, so I've got to try and find, I can't even see, but I'm going to try and see if there's a screw there. So 13 at the moment, maybe 14, but we'll check. Right, there is one. I'll just push this in and there's a screw right there. That's going to be quite annoying to do. So it's 14 in total. Right, I finally got that bitch out. So there's 14 in total. I'm hoping that that is it and it comes off nicely. Okay, don't do what I just done. So lift it up over here first, because it gets caught, so you have to lift it up and then do that. But it still gets caught. I forgot that these are parking sensors, so you got to unclip them from behind, that one and one over here, and then hopefully it should come off. So if you want to, do what I'm doing, have a camera there, so you can see like how the hell you get these things off. I still can't make it out, I can't even see. Oh, I think I know what you got to do. Right, I finally got it off. Yes, there is a seal that's meant to go across all of this, as I've seen pictures. So obviously when they've done the wrap, they haven't put the seal back on. But if you want to know how to get these off, what I did was, I got this because it's hard to find a YouTube video about it, and then I just literally just went up to here. Obviously there's a bit on like the inside, but I just went up and there's this little tab that's inside, and I just done it slightly downwards. Really simple, just like that, and it just pops off. Easy. I'll show you from here as well. So basically you're trying to put in the screwdriver, like a flathead, into here, and then you're lifting this tab, and that's why it pops off. A lot easier than what I thought it was going to be. Because there's me spending that half an hour trying to like press it like this, but you just need that and then done. So I want to give this a clean because it's absolutely filthy. So tidy up all this bit. Give this all a clean as well, because there's loads of cobwebs everywhere, and then unscrew all these, and then you'll be able to get to the emblem, and I'll change it for the gold one. Right, so with these, because these are really hard to get into, I know I haven't got a spanner that's like really tiny. I'm just using one of these. I'm going inside it there, and I'm just literally just twisting it and twisting it until eventually it comes off. Just like that. Finally got it off. Bit dirty. But I'll give this a clean up. As you can see, it's really filthy. And then put on the new one. So this one's a T25. I knew one of them was. These are T20s. and I'm going to try and take this one off because I want to see if I can get to the badge from underneath. If not, then I'm going to have to drill through this and do it that way, but we'll see if it actually works. Okay, so you can actually get to it. So right up here somewhere, I think it's either, there it is, it's in there, you probably can't really see it, but the screw is actually, there it is, see that? That's where it is, so you can undo it from there, and then I'll be able to get this off. There you go, there's a better angle, so it's literally right there, that's where the nut is for the emblem, right there. Obviously you want to like put some sort of tape over it because you don't want to like try and drill it or get a knife or a screwdriver and then scratch into like the paintwork, or in my case the wrap, so best to be safe. So yeah, as you can see, I've took it off, put a hole through it and got this bit off, and then just turned it around and then eventually it came off. So yeah. Right, then next I'm going to do this as well. So before I do, I've given it a little bit of a clean, obviously I can't get in everywhere. Giving it a little bit of a clean, I'm going to put some tape like around all of these bits, just so I know where to like line it up, and then it'll be exactly where it was. So I've just done it like this, so just so I know where everything is. I'm trying to keep it as straight as I can, just so I know where all these little bits are going, all the bottom bit, just so I've got a rough idea, so it's straight. So it's up to you, you could even clean it or just leave it on there, so you've got like a print of where it's meant to be going. So it's all done now, it's just, it doesn't stick on very well. It's okay here, but I've noticed that from here it doesn't really stick on. So, but then there's all like these marks, as you can see, there's all these sticky marks that are on it. So I'm going to do some WD-40, see if that gets it out. There you go, just like that. WD-40 has made it all nice and shiny. Looks good, in gold. Look at that, nice and shiny, black, red and gold. Looks nice. That looks pretty sexy. So unfortunately, this is the wrong size, even though it says it's for Maserati GranTurismos. This is 16 centimeters. This is 14, and I can't seem to find any 14 centimeter ones, so I don't know what I'm going to do now. Right, so I decided with this, I'm going to get some more like adhesive or something like glue, something that's just stronger than this. And then I'm going to stick this on properly. But before I do that, I might take this off again, and then I'm going to spray this gold so it's the same colour as my other emblems and badges, because I've decided that because I can't get like the main badge at the front, so the badge that goes here, I can only find a 16 centimeters, not 14, so I can't really like find one to fit on this car. So instead of me buying another one, I'm just going to return the new one and spray the old one gold. But because I want to keep it the same colour, obviously it doesn't really matter about this, but I want to try and make like the badges the same colour, so there's not like all different types of golds, it's just one gold, if that makes sense. So I'm going to spray that. I'm also going to spray these because I can't find gold ones of these, so I might as well just keep these because these are actually good quality. These are like proper metal, where in China it's just going to be plastic. So I'm going to spray this gold as well and do the one on the other side and put that back on, and then I'm going to take these off and spray these, because you can buy these as gold, but then there's no point in me spending like £35 or so per one. I'm just going to take these off and spray this gold as well, and that would be all the badges done. It would save me some money, and I would actually spray it to the golds that I actually want, and not this cheapy gold. I mean, it looks okay, but it's more of like a white gold. I actually want it to be gold, so I think it would just look better. I just went to Halfords just to ask them, like, because it's plastic and metal, I need to know like if it's different primers. But I bloody broke this, didn't I, because it was in my pocket and the thing came out. I did find it in Halfords. It's down here somewhere in my cup holder, so I don't lose it. So I just have to glue that back on. Easy fix. But I just wanted to ask them, because this is metal. The annoying thing is that I've got to get two different primers. Like, so this one does like metal, so I had to buy a whole one of these just for these two little ones. This is like £12, and then I had to get another one for plastic, which is this one. So a bit annoying. I mean, this all came to like £70 in total, so it's cheaper than buying like each badge, which are like £30, £35 for like these badges, and these are like from China. So this is like the original one, so I'm just gonna keep this one and spray these in gold. Now you've got to sand them down first, like to get rid of the shine apparently, because otherwise it all goes really weird. Same with the metal, so I've got to do that. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this, if I'm going to spray the whole thing gold or try and keep the black on it and then have it gold. But that means I'll have to use like a paintbrush, because you won't be able to spray it really, so it's going to be quite difficult. I bought some tape, so because I was asking them about like adhesive, and they were saying, yeah, you could use this, you can use that, so you can just like squeeze it on, basically like glue. But they said because it's wrapped, you shouldn't do it, so you've got to use tape. So now I've got to try and bloody cut in. This one's going to be annoying. I've got to try and cut all this up so it fits on here. So we'll see how that goes. So that wasn't cheap either. So with the colour, I wasn't too sure what to do. There's loads of different golds, and there was one that looked like bronze. There was one that was like a white gold, but again it just looked like a light bronze, and I weren't too sure on it. And then there was one that was in your face. The one that looked actually like gold was the one that was too in your face, so I thought, I'm not sure. But then I was looking at it, I was like, it actually looks quite good. It's got sort of like a glittery effect and a bit of a shine to it. So I'm going with this gold, if you can see it, without the sun on it. So I'm going to see, yeah, you can't see it. Wherever I put it, it's like, just the sun is just making it brighter. There you go. So it's like a glittery, as you can see. I'm not sure if it will actually come out like that, but we'll see. So that's the one I'm going with. And then I also saw this, which I thought I might use because I clean my car a lot and I like to keep it in good condition. It's a ceramic wet wax. I've never used ceramic before, but apparently it's meant to keep your car clean, allegedly for a year. It keeps off like the it also, when it rains, like the water just sort of like trickles off of it. Also, I got the wet one because there was a dry one, but because where I do car washes, it's never like dry. So this one you can spray it on like a wet car, and then it accelerates the drying like procedure, so it makes it drier and it prevents water spots. Because on the wraps you get a lot of water spots and you can see them like really badly. So that's quite good. And then it makes the depth of colour, and it makes it glossier and shinier, and then just keeps it all clean, hopefully, so you don't have to wash your car as much. So I'm going to be doing a lot of sanding, a lot of spraying. Primer, they said you can use one coat. I don't think I need to use two. Then like the actual gold, I think they said you can use 2 coats. You shouldn't have to use 3. And then we'll just see if it doesn't do that bubbling effect, because last time we did it, it did a little bit of a bubbling effect. So you have to like, I don't know if that's to do with that we didn't sand it down enough or not, or we didn't use enough coats of primer, I'm not sure. But we'll just see how it turns out and we'll go from there. It should look better than what it is. It's just chrome at the moment, so I'd rather have gold. And this gold is it's more in your face, but it's more of a yellow sort of gold, which would sort of like make sense because my car is yellow. I don't really want to go for like a white gold or like a bronzy gold and then it just look out of place. I just want to mention something. Someone just literally just walked in front of my car and then just stared at my badge. And my car doesn't look good at the moment because obviously I've got the grille out and the other bit behind it, so like it's all showing, it's a little bit shit. But they're like, and I was like, what are you doing? And she's just staring at my badge. She went to her husband, Maserati, it's a Maserati, and then just walked off. Did she see me in the car? I don't know, perhaps she just thought I was just not in the car and it's just parked up. But yeah, I had another person in the Mazda with a loud exhaust, and like he was behind me in this, at the traffic lights, this guy went, show me how it's done, or show them how it's done, because that sounds appalling, that car behind you. He went, is that your friend? I went, no. He went, go on, rev up your V8, and I revved it up. He went, yeah, that sounds better than what that piece of shit does. So that was quite funny. And then, funny enough, I drove to Halfords, and he pulled in Halfords, so I parked up next to him, got out of the car, and he was like, oh, I love your car, mate. So it's just, as I said, it gets a lot of attention, so I love this car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all around all the badges that I'm going to do so it's not dirty. Then I'm going to dry it, and then I'm going to put tape on it, and then we'll go from there. All the badges are done, so I just taped around there. Taped around this one just so I've got a rough idea where it is. Taped on that one again because I'm going to take that off and redo that. Taped around there, and then obviously this one I'll have to work out the centimetres where it is on the other side and then do it on this side. So let's try and take these badges off. So I've taken them all off. So there's that one. This one here. That one. As you can see them all there. And then that one. I might even just not clean this, just so you've got like an outline of where everything should be. It's just simpler. And use one of these. Don't use a screwdriver, and be very careful. Take your time, because if you do it a little bit, this will snap. These are easy to break. This is what they look like before. Hopefully they look better once it's all done. But let's start sanding. Alright, so these are all done. Don't do what I did, which was, I thought that you were meant to, when they say take the shine off, I thought they meant take the paint off. So it's obviously, it's gone like quite thin now, which is shit, but don't do that. You just got to scuff it up. Don't know if you can see on camera, but it's just to get rid of a little bit of the shine. It's just to basically make it like a rough area. So don't do what I did. And then I'm just gonna let it soak in some alcohol, pure alcohol. So it's getting all the dirt off, ready to paint, and then obviously all the adhesive that's been left on it, I can peel that off, and then give it a good old wipe down afterwards, give it a good dry so it's all clean, and then we can start spraying the primer. There you go, all clean. Just soaks it in some water as well, just to get off the alcohol, and then just gonna let it dry. I'm going to get a paintbrush for this one, because I was going to spray this all gold, but I think it looked weird. So because it's got a black outline, I think it looked better as gold with black outline. So I'm going to try and do that, but I need to buy a paintbrush now. There you go, all ready to be sprayed with primer. I've got a little paintbrush for these two. They say to do one coat of primer, but I'm going to do two just to be on the safe side. Even though I'm outside, I'm still going to use one of these just in case. Always best to be safe. All primed. So I did 3 coats of primer. I did a coat and then waited an hour. You don't have to. They say about 10 to 15 minutes, but I just waited an hour. Did 3 coats. This is grey because it's the metal primer, so it comes out grey. This is clear primer, as you can sort of see, for plastic. That looks black because basically I sanded too much, and that looks even more black now that I've done the clear coat. It just looks like it's just really black. So I'm going to leave it for 24 hours. They say at least, I think some people say like you can leave it for 30 minutes and then do the colour, but people recommend not to do that. They recommend to wait at least a few hours to 24 hours to be on the safe side. And then you got to do sanding, but you got to do wet sand. So you got to get like sandpaper, like really fine sandpaper, and then you got to put it in water or spray water on it, go over it like very gently, just to smooth it out, and then you've got to clean it just to get all like the dirt off and the grime off, or the excess of like you sanding it down, and then it'd be smooth enough for your colour coat. All dry, looking good. That looks brilliant. Just got to wait for the clear coat to get here, and then I can spray it to give it that glossy shine finish. There you go, finished results. All glossed up. Just waiting for it to dry. So that's a clear coat. Makes it look all shiny. This looks amazing. Look at that, how shiny it is. So I'm going to leave that to dry for 24 hours. And then I'm going to polish it and then wax it with ceramic wax, and then get ready to start putting the tape on. I'm going to buy some more of these ones because these are a bit scratched up, and then I'm going to paint them gold. And another crazy thought, I might do this black and gold, it'd be quite nice. And then one day I might do the calipers gold as well. Finally all done, polished and ceramic wax. Look how shiny that is. Looking good. Now I've just got to put the tape on the back and then stick it onto the car. All these done gloss black, and these gold. Now I've just got to let it all dry and then put it all together. Then just waiting for that to dry. Then I'm going to put that one to it as well. And then going to start putting it all onto the car. Right, everything is now sprayed. I've just got to start putting it all on the car. So I've got to do the badges. Going to be putting on the caps, and then putting them back in, and then putting that back on. So the next clip will be the finished results. These are looking good, but I'm not really happy with the gold. Same with this. I mean, it looks okay, but it's just, it's not like perfect. The badge is good. That's fine, that's nice. The grille, I cocked it up, so I'm getting a guy to do it professionally. So I think I'm just going to get everything done professionally. Hopefully you enjoyed that little video of me trying to do it for the first time. I'm not really sure if I've done a great job or not. I think it looked okay, but the gold just wasn't quite there. So I'm going to get a professional to do it. But the next video, hopefully, will be the Sport Cats. That's the one I want to do. And that will be getting done in 5 days' time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And that's the one where we're going to get like the pops, hopefully it really pops. And hopefully I'll get the noise that I want, and hopefully it's worth the money. So stay tuned for that one. Just quickly, that car has got some enemies, I think. Look at the scratches, Jesus.